Hi friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new here today. In today's video, we are going to be doing a little bit of deep cleaning. Now, I have had so many of you ask for this type of video all throughout the year, and I know I kind of put it off, and to be honest, I feel like they are a little bit harder to do because you're trying to get a task done and tote around a camera and move it around so that you get different angles, and so it makes the task that much longer. But I felt like this was the perfect opportunity to bring something like this to you because I wanted to deep clean my living room area. Now, I've put this off because I did break my ankle back in the springtime. Ronnie's been deployed twice this year, and in between those deployments, he was taking care of me, and my foot and ankle is still giving me some issues, not from the break, but just from some other issues since then. And my back has kind of been out of whack. And so it's made it hard to keep on top of things. And so I was super glad that I felt pretty good yesterday that I was able to get done what I got done. I'm saying yesterday because yes, I filmed the video yesterday and I want to do the intro and outro today. I'm sorry. I just had so much on my plate yesterday. I couldn't get it all in, but I hope you understand that. I'm sure you do. But I know, like I said, so many of you have asked for a video like this, and so I hope that you enjoy coming along with me as I clean up this space. It feels so good today to know that this area is done and I can move on to something else next week. Now, what I normally do Mondays, I call my kind of refresh and reset day for the week. I also usually pick up Costco, and I might pick up like our Walmart order on Monday, or if I haven't done that over the weekend, Tuesdays, I take care of some YouTube and Instagram stuff, and I try to kind of give myself a day off from doing things, but normally I find myself making a couple of meals so I don't have to worry about that later in the week. I iron for Ronnie that day, and then Wednesdays, I give myself kind of a like free day to do whatever I want to do. And that could be going out and cleaning the windows, or cleaning a room like the living room, or maybe doing all the baseboards or scrubbing grout because I try really hard to do that on a separate day, because if I don't, I will start doing that in the middle of cleaning on Monday, and then my day just gets so long. So I have to give myself a day that is designated for whatever you want to do. And then Thursdays, I usually work on YouTube. Fridays is kind of getting the house set for the weekend, so I don't really have to worry about that over the weekend. And then Ronnie and I go on our Friday date night, and then the weekend is here. So it goes by so fast, but I have to keep that schedule going or my mind just kind of gets out of whack. But anyways, let's get started on today's video and get to cleaning. Nowadays, it seems even harder to keep a clean home. We tend to judge our own spaces with those we see in Pinterest pictures, Instagram stories, or even here on YouTube. And that can be a little discouraging, to say the least. But I am here to remind us all that everybody's house gets a little messy and even dirty at times. And even the best of housekeepers are going to have to put in a little elbow grease into keeping their homes clean. Now, if I'm being completely honest with you, I have been very hard on myself this year because I wasn't able to do what I felt needed to get done because of my ankle. And being laid up from my ankle has now created some other issues on top of just being a woman and having the many little fun times we get to experience in life show up. And most days I'm just convinced that, well, my body pretty much hates me. And then I take a moment, take a deep breath, regroup, and know that it's really not that bad. Each of our lives, just like our homes, go through cycles. Some days I feel so on top of things, and days like today when I've been able to stop and take a moment to start from the top of a room and work my way all the way down, it honestly feels so good. So in today's video, I truly hope that I can encourage you that no matter what cycle or stage of life you find yourself in, it is going to be okay. Be kind to yourself and know that no one means to be in a cycle of not being able to do. We would never expect someone else to do more than they could, and we should be just as graceful and accommodating to ourselves. Now, I am no cleaning expert by any stretch of the imagination, nor would I ever be awarded the cleanest house trophy. And as much as I know I am going to have to give to my home for the rest of my days, I also know that it is going to give back to each of us. My family loves our home, not because it's grand or fancy, but because it's home. It gives us a sense of peace and comfort, and there's a sense of security here. So keeping it clean and managed is something that I really look forward to. A clean home can mean so many different things. It can be a once a week clean, or maybe you have a set schedule for every day of the week. Whatever it is, I pray you don't feel overwhelmed by it at all. So many of you ask about the girls, and if you're new, this is Millicent, and you'll see Brooklyn get up here in a second for a little pat and rub on the head. They are always underfoot, and videos like these give them the perfect opportunity to show up. They are our baby girls. We love them so much, and they are very spoiled and very loved. They are always looking for sweet words to be told to them, a rub on the head or a pat on the tummy, the throw of a toy, whatever it is. They are always nearby one of us trying to get some special attention. So you will probably see them quite a bit today. Now, I know I'm doing a little bit of an extra clean today, but like I mentioned, I pray that your cleaning doesn't feel overwhelming to you. I thought I would give you a few tips, maybe if you do feel that way. Start out small. Think about a few things you could do each day that you can build up a routine around, like maybe making your bed each day. This can make such a huge difference in your room, and it's just one thing. But as you walk back into your room, your whole room kind of feels put back together by just making your bed. Another thing we do each night is we start our dishwasher. That way in the morning, all the dishes are clean, and once they are put away and unloaded, another day's dishes can be added, and later that night, that cycle can go one more time. My favorite thing to accomplish each day is to wipe down my kitchen counters. I feel like it makes the whole room so much cleaner. I know that sounds so silly, but that is one of my pet peeves, to look across the room and see crumbs on the counter. It just sends me over the top. So I try to clean my counters each evening. So when I get up in the morning, they are all nice and clean. And just, again, that one thing makes your room feel so put together. Another thing I do each day, which helps so much, is I do a load of laundry each day. That way I never feel behind. It doesn't take a long time to get it started, and there are so many things you can do in between loads. Even if you're sitting down to take a break, whatever it may be, you can accomplish so much in between those loads. Another tip I would definitely think about doing is clean as you go. Having to come back to a mess is just not very inviting to me, and I'm sure it's not to you either. But cleaning as you go and having the task complete at the end is so incredibly satisfying. And my number one tip is to try to get to the point where everything in your home has a home. That way it can always be put right away and not left out as clutter and something you have to deal with later on. Cleaning our home should be a guilt-free act of care and never viewed as punishment in any way, shape, or form. And we need to remember it's not about perfection, and it should never be about shame. But it should always be about creating a space where we feel safe, supported, and at ease. A place where our family longs and looks forward to coming home to each and every day. By now, I am sure you've noticed that I really haven't decorated for fall this year. I just haven't felt inspired to do so. At first, I thought it was the weather. Our weather is so hot during the summertime, and it carries through to pretty much November. And then I thought maybe if I just took a look at my decor, I'd feel inspired. But I never got the desire to go get my decor out of storage. So I thought maybe, just maybe, it was best to take a break and not push myself to do something I just wasn't feeling. And I needed to do it without feeling guilty as well, because for a while I was feeling guilty. I was not going to be bringing you content that I know a lot of you would appreciate, and that kind of hurt, I'm not being able to deliver. But I'll have to say, it's been a nice little break, and now I am so looking forward to decorating for Christmas time. I have a theme in mind, and I hope I have enough decor to see it through. I have envisioned a beautiful, soft ivory Christmas. Soft, easy, elegant, and not overdone. It just sounds so pretty to me and feels right this year. And that's usually how my themes come about. I try not to go out and buy a whole bunch of new things each year. Now, I might buy after Christmas to try and collect for another theme down the line, but I try to stick to very budget friendly and use what I have on hand. Now, if you happen to know what you're doing this year and you don't mind sharing with us, I think it would be so neat to have the comment section full of what we plan to do this year. If you're decorating or not, if you're trying something new or it's something that you've done for the last 10 years, whatever it is, I'd love for you to jot it down, because I think we would all enjoy reading through to see what everyone's doing. And I'm sure you'd gain some inspiration from your inspiration. As I come to the end of my cleaning today, I really want to take time to encourage each of us and remind us that what we do around our homes is so important at whatever level. I feel it is a sacred task. The Proverbs 31 woman worked willingly with her hands. The ability to keep a home demonstrates leadership and order skills. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Our homes are our refuge. And like I've mentioned earlier, yes, we do have to pour into them day after day, but they do give back so much in return. They offer stability, safety, rest, calm, a look into our future, and a place where core memories have been stored up. So today, as you clean off that counter or toss in another load, take pride in what you've done because you have done it well, and I am so proud of you. Before I go, I want to leave you with one more thing. Please know that you are seen, know that you are strong, and you are worthy. And not because of what you do, but because of who you are. Sometimes living up to the world's standards is hard, and I think it leaves us feeling unseen at times. But we are fearfully and wonderfully made. And our presence has purpose. We were created for such a time as this. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. So let's keep shining and rise by lifting one another up. All right, friends, I am back, and I want to wish you all a wonderful rest of your week. Remember to stay safe, be blessed, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye, everyone.